Today I want to talk about resources and how I think about it. And I'm going to share what I would do if close to almost 100 years old, 90 to 100 years old, and if I lost my job. And no, I don't have my own business. I don't have multiple streams of income. And I've only worked for so many years doing what I thought was right and never trained my brain any other way or researched any other way to do anything else but work a regular job. And so what prompted this is listening to all the stuff about EBT, people not having resources, food stamps anymore, things of that nature. And I smile because, you know, I have grown adult children. And one of them, they know in New York all about resources and how to gain resources. You should do this and you should do that and do this and do that for school and do this for money and do this for help and do this to get for a place and do this for that and I know this number for that. I'm like, dang, I thought I knew about resources, you know, from working in the hospital and referring people and things of that nature. That little whippersnapper know her resources. But so if I was to lose my job tonight and they hand me a pink slip and say, boom, you're next, here's your pink slip, you're out of here. And so at this point, the new Google is AI, and AI all over the place as far as robots and all the job layoffs with, I think it was Amazon or something I saw come across the screen, Amazon, Walmart. And it's like, number one, okay, go ahead, you know, you want to say don't crash out. You know it's coming. It started with customer service. You can't get a real person on the phone. Things of that nature. And I'm gonna just talk about it from an ancient old head way of thinking, which might help you to just get some thoughts yourself and just start with your own mind and getting creative with your own mind, and don't be scared to do some of the stuff that you're thinking about, like the new Google AI, put it into AI. And so where I would start is, I'm beyond the point of crying, getting mad, fussing, cussing. I don't think I ever, I will cry. I've cried. For the most part, I'm fairly confident. But I know when I go through crisis and stuff like that,
we're afraid that they're never going to actually do it.
My first thing is to get in the zone real quick. And I've always been like that because of PCS moves. It was like, get in the zone, get the pack, and get the thinking about who to contact, where we're going to live next, and what school district is what, and just had the thoughts going and thinking way ahead of the game. You know, trying to dot all the I's and cross the T's, and you know, sometime it work out and be able to take U-turns when things that I plan don't work out. Okay, I have plan A. If I can get the kids into school this way, we'll live here. If I can't get them in there, we'll live there. Where we're going to stop on the way, driving through all these different states, what hotels are going to be available on this day, that day, how much money for gas to go here or there, traveling cross country, what will get packed in the cars as opposed to what the mover's gonna come in. You know, just think and do, right? Same thing when it's like everything is so expensive. Is the rent gonna be paid? Is the light bill gonna be paid? Is the water bill gonna be paid? Is the gas bill gonna be paid? How I'm gonna keep food in the refrigerator? Okay, the light bills are paid. What resources do I have if the lights get cut out? Who can I contact? And then if they are out, how would I maneuver that? What type of things would I buy? To be able to warm up water for noodles, or you know, get the little those little hot plates that light up with the propane, the little teeny weeny propane tanks, you know, and be able to cook that way when you don't have lights. Just things of that nature. So here are some things after I typed it in of resources to God to help, you know, stay steady and resourceful at times when things get hard, especially with changes to food benefits, bills, employment. So it's possible to walk in your worry. Keep smiling and set your family up with real support without feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or alone. Like, cry through it, yell through it, fuss through it, but smile through it because you know you're going to get through it if you just keep going. And sometimes it's like it's easy to complain, you know, when people shut doors on you. They refer you to somewhere else and keep referring you to somewhere else, and it seems like it's never going to be an outlet. But once you get quiet and you have all your resources and you feel like you're getting a dead end, get quiet and you know, just let something come to your mind, and something that has never came to your mind before will come to your mind, and you know, be able to take action on that. So one of the hottest, long-standing resources has always been 211. 211 in whatever state you live in, and gives out resources. But I've noticed lately, it's probably after COVID, but definitely within the last year or two, 211 has not been very resourceful. They'll keep giving those numbers for whatever you need, but it don't be what you need, you know. So that's why you have to, you know, I say Google, which is the new AI. Go ahead and Google, throw it in the AI, your favorite AI, and say, and ask for details of what you need. And you have to make all those contacts, you know, and contact all those numbers that they give you. And then the numbers that they give you, if they don't have resources, ask them, who can you go to for resources. Some places are better than others, but once you get out there and you start researching,
you know what is good or what is not. Besides 211, the churches that have social services, they have all types of things. What type of resources do you have? I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that. And they can give you a rundown of what they have. And if they don't have something, they can give you resources for other people that may have something that they don't. If you have children, it should be easy. But I found out in New York, you know, there are women with children on the street. So it's not like it used to be again. It's frustrating, it's sad or whatever, but, you know, you keep your head up and you keep going because there's always hope. There's always ways around things, okay? I'm looking at this here. It says people ready. That was one of the, I was going to say the day labor, when you Google and search for jobs that you can work today and get paid today. You work tomorrow, you get paid tomorrow. And People Ready was one I did during our PCS moves and breaks from the military waiting to get back in the system. They'll pay you the same day. I was big on, even when I was in high school or going to college and stuff like that on my breaks, I would do Kelly and Manpower temp agencies. But if you need something right away, you can do those one day, get paid right now. And, you know, you just need your state ID, Social Security card, you know, just proof that you are who you say you are. And it's just local gig work, you know, until you can, you know, you probably need a sandwich for the night or something silly. You know, I'm just saying something silly like that. I've done some fun jobs with them, like fun, you know. Ask AI tools to see current local temp jobs and whatever. There should be a lot of emergency support for families and kids. You know, once you get turned down and it says no, don't ever stop. Yeah, go ahead and cry. Go ahead and get it mad. Poke your mouth out, roll your eyes, but keep going. Don't stop. You got to keep going, keep going, keep going. The school districts sometimes provide free meals, or you can ask the school where can you go for emergency services. I heard something recently where somebody was staying on the street and they got in trouble for sending their child to a school next to the street that they lived on, the park or something they were in. I thought that was really sad. Instead of giving them resources. You know, as far as foods, when you think about foods that last a long time, I'm all for like the dry beans. The dry beans are so cheap. And lentils and dry beans and rice and stuff like that, rather than in a can. But if you have to get a can, you know, you can rinse it off. You know, rinse it off, the juices and stuff that's in there. And if you have to use it, And, but the dry beans are really, really good and they last a long time. And they're really cheap. For free training and computer skills, healthcare certificates, the public library, get healthcare certificates that can pay quickly once you get going, until, you know, you get on your feet and figure out what do you really want to do, or something's going to fall into your lap. Don't overthink it. If you can't, you know, if you're not thinking about nothing, like, what do I do? What do I do? You know? I'm sure the ER, the emergency rooms are going to be swamped now. But if you really need support and you don't have health insurance or something like that, you can go to the ER, but just ask for, a social worker or something like that. Just say, I have something real quick to ask you. Maybe you can, I don't want to take too much of your time, but can you help me think of how should I think about making this next move, or how should I think about blah, 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 whatever you have on your mind. Also, never forget about the, besides the 211, is 988 for the crisis hotline is not only for suicide or homicide. You can call and get advice, especially when you're stressed out, you don't know what to do, you don't know how to think, and they can help guide you and give you resources as well. That's all I can think of right now, but it's okay. It's okay. Back in the day, you have to know, the history of things or the background of things. And when I was younger, I remember I didn't know what was going on. All I remember is going to the corner to the church and go get the free cheese in the box. Free cheese. But back then, we were getting food stamps. I remember going to the store we didn't have cards, like ATM cards or nothing. We had the paper food stamps. And we go to the store with the food stamps. But whatever was going on with the government back then, I don't know. I just know we were going to get government cheese. And we had cheese sandwiches in the morning with egg ready for us to go to school. But, it may not be the way you want it to be as far as eating, as far as living, as far as whatever. But, and then you're going to hear a lot of stories on the news, on the social media. Just try to hang in there if you fall into one of these situations, and know whatever you want inside of your mind, not what somebody else tell you, whatever you want in your mind, you can do. You just got to keep going and keep falling and getting up and keep falling and getting up until it happens. But if you keep thinking about it, you're going to be able to do whatever's in your mind. Peace.